Hello there, grandchildren. Today we're going to read about Sky Boys, how they built the Empire State Building. Your cousins, Connor and Ethan, live very close to New York City, which is where the Empire State Building is. And their mom, Katie, is an architect. So I'm reading this especially for them. Sky Boys, how they built the Empire State Building by Deborah Hopkinson and James E. Ransom. It's the end of winter and your pop's lost his job. So every morning before school, you scour the streets for firewood, hunched down in an icy wind. But look, here's a pile of wood, free for the taking, all carted off from that old hotel they tore down at 34th and 5th. 600 men are working there, leveling, shoveling, hauling, clearing the rubble away. They're getting ready to make something new. Bold, soaring, a symbol of hope in the darkest of times. A building clean and simple and straight as a pencil, and tall, so tall it will scrape the sky. You drag your pop along to see and tell him what you've heard on the street. Mr. Razcob wants to build the tallest skyscraper in the world, you say. Taller even than Mr. Chrysler's building. They say it'll be done by next May. Think they can build it that fast, Pop? Things are so bad, it seems foolish to even try, he replies. Then he sees your face and adds, "Course, you never know. So let the race begin." First come rumbling flatbed trucks, bundles of steel on their backs, like a gleaming, endless river surging through the concrete canyons of Manhattan. This steel is strong and new, only 80 hours old, barely cooled from the fiery furnaces of Pittsburgh. Before your eyes, a steel forest appears, 210 massive columns, lifted by derricks and set onto concrete piers sunk 55 feet down to hard rock bottom. Columns so firm and strong, they can bear the full weight of this giant to be, 365,000 tons. Then it's the Sky Boys show. Derrick men hoisting, swinging, easing each beam into place. High overhead they crawl like spiders on steel, spinning their giant web in the sky. Watch out, Sky Boys! Don't slip in the rain or let the wind whisk you away. Wouldn't you love to be one of them? The breeze in your face and your muscles as strong as the girder you ride? Or you could be a water boy, climbing high with your bucket to bring the Sky Boys a drink. They'd laugh and call out, "Keep your eyes on the beam, water boy, and don't look down." As each beam is placed, the riveting gang is there to fasten the frame together. 4 men work as one. First man, the heater, gets the rivet red hot in the forge and tosses it up quick. A throw of 55 feet is nothing to him. Second man, the catcher, snares the rivet in his funneled tin can, fishes it out with tongs, and sticks it in the hole. Third man, the bucker up, keeps the rivet nice and steady with his bar. Fourth man, the gunman, hammers it into the steel good and hard. Toss, catch, steady, pound. Toss, catch, steady, pound. 1 or 2 rivets a minute, 500 rivets a day. At the same time, other workers use 6 hoists to carry 8,000-pound loads of wood and steel right to where they're needed. And on each floor, hand-powered rail cars on tracks move limestone, pipes, and wires around. To make the work easier, there are temporary elevators, water tanks, and yes, toilets, 5 lunch stands, and even a restaurant. No need to leave the job. Get hot beef stew and coffee here on the unfinished 47th floor. In this new, ingenious assembly line construction, each man works as fast as he can, knowing that down below, 100 jobless men are ready to take over his spot in a flash. Yet knowing, too, that the quicker he finishes, the sooner he'll be back in line himself, waiting and desperate for work. From your spot on the sidewalk, you watch the building take shape. Bit by bit, piece by piece, like a giant real-life puzzle, rising 4.5 stories each week. In November, the Sky Boys give a cheer. The skeleton has a skin. All 102 stories are done. June. That's what it looked like in July. Here it is in August. And 102 stories finished in November. And by March, the mast on top makes this the tallest building in the world. 5:42 p.m., March 18th, 1931. Like a general launching an attack, the builder sends in more men, bricklayers, masons, carpenters, electricians, plumbers, all hammering, nailing, wiring, and cutting morning till night, week after week, month after month. May 1st, 1931, opening day. Finished in record time. 60,000 tons of steel, 10 million bricks, 2,000 tons of marble, 6,500 windows, 70 miles of water pipes, 1,860 stairs. 1 year and 45 days, 7 million man-hours, more than 3,000 men. A triumph of speed, safety, and efficiency, and something else, too. Beauty. The ribbon is cut, the crowds swarm in. Amazing! Spectacular! Now the world can see what New York City's all about. Outside, Pop has a big surprise. Let's go on up, he suggests with a grin. I've been putting our pennies aside. The crowd sweeps you into the marbled lobby. A tall, grand lady, clothed head to toe in rich, glowing colors. On the center wall, a silhouette glitters like a jewel. The Empire State Building, pride of New York City. To go to the top, it's $1 for adults, 2 bits for kids. Hop on board for the longest elevator ride of your life. Just swallow if your ears start to hurt. In no time, you're there. But even on tiptoe, you can't see a thing. Then whoosh, you're up on Pop's back. Gee whiz, you shout. We're on top of the world. Pop shakes his head, disbelieving. If we can do this, we can do anything, he says. Itching to see it all, you jump down and race around the deck. North and south and east and west, all Manhattan lies at your feet. Say, Pop, you call, do you think there's a kid just like me way down there looking at us up here? After a while, the sun slips away. Tiny lights and stars flicker on. Bright threads of taxis lace the darkness below. The great city shimmers and hums. All around, folks are starting to leave. You beg, please, Pop, just a few minutes more. But it's time. So, with one last look, you head down to earth. On the long walk home, you're fuzzy with sleep, holding tight to your father's rough hand. But then at the corner, you turn and stop short in surprise. Look, Pop, we can still see it from here. Oh, how it lights up the night. The Sky Boys built the Empire State Building long ago. I hope you enjoyed that story, finding out about how the wonderful Empire State Building was put together. Now I'm going to read this, a note about the story. Gives some extra nice information. It says, the Empire State Building at 350 Fifth Avenue in New York City is one of the most famous buildings in the world. When it was completed during the Great Depression in 1931, it immediately became the world's tallest building, beating out the 77-story, 1,046-foot tall Chrysler Building, finished in 1930. Although the Empire State Building is no longer the tallest in the world, it remains one of the most beloved landmarks in the United States and is a New York City and National Historic Landmark. To this day, the construction of the Empire State Building ranks among the most amazing accomplishments in American architecture. The skyscraper was the brainchild of a successful businessman named John J. Raskob, who, along with Al Smith, former governor of New York, was determined to beat the competition and build the tallest building in the world. The architect, William F. Lamb of Shreve, Lamb, and Harmon, based his design on the clean, simple lines of a pencil. Using innovative building techniques, the contracting firm Starrett Brothers and Eakin set records for the incredible efficiency and speed of the construction. The Empire State Building itself is 1,250 feet high, with a total height of 1,454 feet if you add the 204 tall television antenna erected in 1950. Millions of people each year visit the building, which has been featured in dozens of movies and is also a favorite place to get engaged and even to get married. To learn more about the Empire State Building, you can visit the official website at www.esbnyc.com. I wonder if that website is still working. And then the author says, the Empire State Building is my favorite building. I love standing on the observation deck on the 86th floor. Just as exciting to turn while crossing a busy Manhattan street and catch a sudden glimpse of the building, majestic and serene. It's like meeting a trusted old friend. Empire State Building, pretty cool. I hope you all get to see it someday. Bye.